trusted weather source. Here's your certified, most accurate first alert forecast.
Air was much drier today than yesterday, and we're starting to see things even out a little bit, see some of the higher temperature or the humidity changes since yesterday, and about the same in a lot of spots. So yesterday we had the wind, today we have the dry air, and over the next couple of days we keep the dry air around. And with the ground so dry, we'll continue to see issues with the fire danger, but at least it's not high or extreme. It was a little bit higher today, kind of in central North Carolina, but the breeze should even be weaker for tomorrow. So just keeping that in the back of your mind as we head into the weekend. There'll be better days to burn, especially as we get to some rain chances into next week. No smoke, haven't seen really any big issues today or wildfires more than an acre that have been reported, so that's good news. Still see the trees, a little green, but also some color starting to change. That's more drought stress than it is the chilly nights. We would have had some really good color this year if we could have just evened out our rain. Just don't think it's going to be anything more than green leaves turning immediately crispy and brown. So maybe we'll be surprised by some color, but may have to travel to other areas to find that. First Alert Live radar showing our next rain chance still well across the country. Snow across the Rockies, rain Utah all the way down to Texas and New Mexico. And Tropical Storm Melissa continues to try to get its act together. It's actually a little bit weaker than it was yesterday, a little more disorganized. Still expected to become a hurricane and then a major hurricane. Unfortunately, Jamaica is going to see the worst of this, not just for a day or two, but several days. It's about 2 to 4 days of hurricane force winds just across the island of Jamaica. And by early next week, it's still there over Jamaica. But eventually there's going to be some movements kind of coming together with our next storm system. So as this moves across the country, Melissa just really does not move much. And as we go into next week, we start to get some rain Sunday night into Monday. That storm system even merges with a bigger dip in the jet stream. It just sits overhead all the way close to Halloween. This is the middle of next week. Melissa now moving northeast back into the Atlantic. If we didn't have a storm system there, pretty good chance it at least gets closer to us, if not directly impacts us. So thankfully we have something blocking us like we've seen several times this hurricane season, and Melissa will eventually just kind of phase together with that dip in the jet stream and no longer be tropical. So Halloween forecast still looking a little wet at times, but better than being tropical and having those issues around Halloween. Tonight, mostly 40s, could be some 30s north of Highway 64, maybe a little bit of frost, but frost chances seem a little bit higher tomorrow night, just depending on winds. Even if we get down to 37, 38, kind of need to be more 37 and below than 38. But if we start to get some of those cold temperatures, winds right now look just elevated enough to keep the frost away, but it's going to be close, so go ahead and kind of protect the plants if you're worried about anything outdoors, as temperatures will be the coldest then and no longer get that cold through the rest of the 8-day forecast. A lot of 60s, overnight temperatures back closer to and into the 50s as our humidity goes up and our rain chances return for a good chunk of next week.
Yeah, looking like a pretty gloomy week next week. I know we need the rain, but
yeah, we've had 2 full weeks of sunshine,
yeah,
so usually the pattern change is going to bring some cloudier skies, but maybe the rain not around every single day. Some spots may get a break midweek before rain around Halloween.
Okay, all right.